Good afternoon. I'd like to thank Vicky, Sleepwell Foundation, and everybody here to invite me to speak at this wonderful audience. And I was asking Shabnam that I'm super impressed by seeing the kind of membership I probably this would be the first opportunity for me to see so many women in one room. So I'm delighted when Madam Gautam told me that I need to be coming for and speaking and telling and sharing about my experiences and what I feel about women entrepreneurship. So I thought this is a great idea. Ideally, my wife would have come. She's the editor of a magazine and very, very active on women entrepreneurship. But I told her that this time they have invited me rather than you. So I am coming. So its subject is very important, and especially for us where I come from. You know, I started my journey in a small city called Panchkula, you know, where I come from a family of a small business owner, and my mother never worked. So, and then I had an opportunity to really look at a lot of business opportunities and so on and so forth, and that became my career. And I started this company called Franchise India, which helps people secure what they want to do for their business, especially in markets like India, where it's extremely difficult for a mid-level entrepreneur to find what is right for them. So what my company does really is helps entrepreneurs select what is right for them to do. And very early we realized that one of the biggest segment which is dominating today entrepreneurship is women. And why it is so? Because there were various factors which were representing that. One of the factors was that we're getting the same education, we're getting the same kind of experience, in a lot of cases better educated and so on and so forth. And there is a period in your life where you would go off your career and probably would not get it back as the same way men would do. And most of the time, then we find alternative spaces or careers and so on and so forth, keep ourselves largely busy, you know. And I felt that was a sheer waste of an opportunity, and how we can really help these women entrepreneurs to find and secure business opportunities and so on and so forth. And today my statistics say in the business of franchising, about 20% are women-led businesses. This number is extremely high when we go to markets like US. US, there is a rather big community, what we call it a husband-wife team businesses. So they both work towards creating enterprises and businesses, and they choose and put their areas of preferences as their contribution. So I launched a program which I would love to mention here called Mompreneur. You know, this is a huge term in US now, and I registered this term many years back. I felt that this would become more and more relevant as we go along. This is called Mompreneur, where a mother would start business for herself. Now, when we started this, I didn't know, how a response would come, how people would relate, what challenges they face, what are the real opportunities for them, and so on and so forth. And slowly when we started doing this, we realized there's a humongous opportunity out there. And especially today's topic of wellness, I feel that there is a tremendous opportunities out there, especially for mompreneurs. I'll give you a story. I was going to Colombo, you know, and I was to take a hot flight from Chennai and to go to Colombo. And incidentally, when I landed there, they told me that you cannot fly because you didn't have a stamp. Some ESR stamp used to be required at that time. So I had a friend called Ranganathan, who runs a very successful cosmetic company or FMCG company called Kevin Care. So he says, my sister-in-law has started a salon. So while you are in Chennai, go to that salon and see if something can be done on that. So I'm a franchise man. So I went to the salon. It was just opened. It was about second day or third day. They invited me home and we had dinner. And after that, we sat down and I started doing what I do best, sales. And I said, why don't you franchise? So they said, oh, but we are just one salon. And it's just a small company, you just registered, we're doing well. She knew what she was doing, and they were husband-wife team. But I said, yeah, you can do it. That brand was called Naturals. Today, this company has 480 salons. And that became a great success, and then thereafter this was done and repeated in multiple locations. Somebody became 50 salon company and so on and so forth. So I felt there were a lot of these cottage, small, mom and pop businesses which were doing well. A lot of, now I go to these discovery days and meet a lot of women entrepreneurs. They come with some fabulous products which they produce at home and distribute within their ecosystem of women, or they would run some alternative therapy which is doing extremely well, but they've been using only for the benefit of their small group. But they never thought this can be scaled up. And today, out of the first 4 salon companies in India, 3 are run by women and 4th is run by Hindustan Livers. So that's an opportunity case. This company, which I'm talking about, Natural, is 480, should have an enterprise value of about 500 crores. So I feel there are many opportunities like that out there, which you need to really see and select what is right for you. So there can be also an opportunity if you don't feel that you have ability to build your own brand, but then you can partner with any other brand. There's so many opportunities available in healthcare. I was having some statistics. Wellness alone is 41,000 crore industry, largely dominated by women who are practicing in diabetes. I'm very fond of a lady called Shanaz Hussain. So she has a very different style of working, and we've never really worked together, but I like her working structure. So one time she used to have, by default, used to train a lot of women and give them a kit which she used to call Shanaz Hussain kit. So you go to your small town and put a board that you've been trained by Shanaz Hussain. You will not imagine how many franchises she had. She had about 12,000 of them. She didn't know what she was doing, and she became such a large brand. So that is what I feel. If you have an opportunity and you feel that you have done it well and people are liking that opportunity, then I think there is an opportunity in this room for a lot of you to expand that business in that. And if you feel that you probably don't have your own brand, but you would like to participate, and then I think you should become a franchisee and partner with a successful chain or something like that. And why, also another point which I'd like to mention, we have done a lot of survey. And not that because my wife is editor, she will position women in front. We have done a survey and we found that women come as better franchisees than men. And there is a specific reason for it. What is franchising? Franchising is all about following systems. So men sometimes become too creative. They try to change things. Women go by the book. So they spend a lot of time in the business, not so much on the business. Which is also great, because franchising, you need to be in the business. You need to take care of the customers. If, say, I was running a fashion brand, if I'm in the business and I'm taking care of people and the experience, then it is much better. People like it that way. So today, especially the minister has not come, so otherwise I would have really raised this question with him. One of the areas which I think I'll tell Shabnam to really pursue it further, because she is extremely active, is that today in the SME space, especially with a large part of people we belong to, manufacturing has shrunk to 33%. 67% businesses are what we call service and retail. And I think women has a very large contribution in service and retail businesses. And out of that, wellness obviously can be a huge category to participate. So, but there's a lot to be done in that, how to encourage, how to get finance. There is a bank which was started by government called Mahila. I don't know what it's called, but it's some dedicated women bank. I met them a number of times, they don't know what they're doing. So there's no franchise financing available, but if you really have good financing available, women can become the best franchisees you can get. They follow everything by the book. In US, they love that if a man comes with a woman and say, we both are going to start, you qualify immediately for any franchise because they like it. And also, I think franchising also helps women to work flexi hours. My wife actually sent me one very good term, which I was asking her that it's called BYKTW. He said, bring your kids to work. So that's another very big thing, that how you can build businesses where you can also bring your kids there, right? And franchising is a great way to do that because it's flexible, it's your own business, you start it, you have time for yourself and you have time for your kids. So I feel that in years to come, we at our company, Franchise India, and also any forums, and especially a forum like this, I think it should encourage a lot of women to get into active businesses. If they have great brands, they should expand that brand. And if they want to have, they don't have their brand, they want to partner with something, they should choose franchising. And I would certainly see that wellness can be a great industry. The final point before I wrap up, what are the categories you should look at? The categories which you should look at is obviously salons. I'll give you another statistic. There are about 1 million salons in this country. 1 million. And only branded are 4,000. Now nobody wants to go to a non-branded entire thing. So you want to go to a Juice, you want to be blunt, you want to go to Javed Habib, you want to go to any other branded salon or Shanaz Hussain or now Gitanjali salon or a number of other salons. So there is still a huge opportunity from this 4,000 to 1 million. Everything would get modernized. But there are a lot of other opportunities are emerging. So we're now doing aesthetic clinics, we're doing alternative therapy, we're doing fitness, we're doing wellness clubs, spas. So there is tremendous amount of opportunity, natural therapy, products. There is a huge opportunity in products, in distribution and so on and so forth. Now we have a dedicated ministry which is focusing on building that category, especially Ayurveda. So I think in the overall category there is a large amount of entire thing. The statistics say again that current industry from 41,000 crore by 2017-18 would become 80,000 crore. So there is a lot to do, and I think especially the crowd I see here is all intelligent, influenced and privileged people, so they have ability to create more enterprises, and those enterprises would also create employment for a lot of people. So thank you very much. If they have questions, I will love to answer all the questions.
I think we're taking questions from the audience because these are all young and old businesswomen, and I'm sure they'll be interested in how wellness, the business of wellness works in India and the future of it. So the floor is open.
So Gaurav, one question is, why would someone end up franchising as opposed to opening a company-owned store for themselves, whether it's in the wellness industry or otherwise?
A very good question. I think franchising really helps in 3 ways. One, it is the best form of capital. So if you're doing something right and you want to expand, there are 2 ways of taking capital. One is debt and equity. Sometimes young businesses don't get both. So it's very difficult to get debt, and sometimes getting equity is also difficult. So franchising is a great way to expand, where you work on what we call it other people money. So if people invest into your brand and you expand your brand. Look at Shanaz Hussain, very modest start. The lady actually drives a Rolls Royce now. It just happened because of this franchising. It is a great, powerful marketing tool if it is used well. But franchising is also very responsible. That's one. Second, human resource. In India, we have in businesses a huge attrition. People leave, difficult to manage, and so on and so forth. So if you have franchising, you have an entrepreneur who's locked in the business. And third, which is most important, the opportunity is wide open. I was telling the story of Naturals. When I did a business plan for her, Vani, who's the owner, and I said, how much you would like to expand? Very ambitiously, she told me, I would probably like to have 30 franchises. Today she has 480, and the last time she called me for 300 opening, she went on a stage and said, we would like to do 3,000. So there is a greater opportunity to expand faster if you use franchising.
Gaurav, you've been the pioneer in franchise, and we've been to a lot of conferences, and here we're talking about wellness, and I also would like you to elaborate on other industries which the women can franchise, which is fashion, retail. You know, it's not only wellness. We don't want women to be categorized only saying, "Theek hai, beauty parlor hi chala sakte hain." You know, there's a lot of things like jewelry. Jewelry especially is a very security-drawn business, as you've been planning with Gitanjali, and we've worked on that. And it's a very security-driven probability. That's why, and plus it has a very good turnover. The per square foot rental recovery is about 8,000 rupees. So I think I would like you to talk about jewelry, because over here people are fond of jewelry. Yeah. They like it. And any other industry which you think is also needs the expansion, probably you could give some opportunities.
So I think you know, what you said is absolutely right, and I genuinely feel that beyond the beauty parlor and the boutique shop, there are many opportunities a woman should look at. Women by and large are passion entrepreneurs. So they like something and they get into that. They're not driven by predominantly ROI. So they would like to do something which is interesting. And I feel that largely in the retail and service industry, there are a lot of opportunities out there which they can like. One of the opportunities I am particularly very fond of for women is education. Education is a tremendous industry. In 2003, we built a category called early learning. Early learning was not known in India. We had this crèche and play schools and whatever that was called. And now it's a full-blown industry. It's about a $6 billion category, very strong, growing. But education across spectrum is a great industry. What Shabnam mentioned, retail, I think both fashion, jewelry, accessories is a tremendous opportunity. Jewelry is a fabulous category. You know, both diamond, gold, non-precious. Now there's a huge opportunity coming in the non-precious, what we call fashion jewelry. Some of the statistics really shock you that about 3,000 crore industry is only fashion jewelry business, which is both ethnic and Western or modern. So there's a lot of opportunities there. Then there are a lot of services which one should look at, both B2B, B2C services and so on and so forth, which needs to be done. Another opportunity which I am now these days meeting a lot of women entrepreneurs is e-commerce. They're super. Some of them have actually created their own models. There is a lady I met who just works on WhatsApp, keeps sending information to people on bags and shoes and whatever she does, or Instagram, and she makes a great sales. What I feel, if I take this into a little more back step and say, what are these businesses? These are businesses out of home. Now with e-commerce, you have the ability to reach out millions just sitting at home. So if you identify a product which is great for you, it can be just stalls, it can be shawls, it can be anything. You can go to a marketplace, or you can just start an e-commerce platform and reach out to people. And if you have an eye for a good product, which a lot of women have, you're already there. Because a lot of these companies who have failed didn't have a great product. So e-commerce can be another opportunity which I would suggest if you want to really consider. That's going to be the next big thing. And it's easy to start. It's very easy to do it. There are a lot of companies who can help you out. With a low capital, you can get into selling whatever you produce or you have ability to source.